Hey guys, Brian here with Thumper Fab. Today I'm going to walk you through installing our Thumper Fab Roof Rack on your Ranger XP 1000. For the first step of our installation process, we'll use our tie-down rails to fasten the driver and passenger main rails together. Before you can bolt down your tie-down rails, you have to place your accent rails in position if you selected this option, as during the assembly process, your accent rail will go below your main tie-down rail. For assembly, especially if you're doing the process by yourself, it'll help if you tie in your tie-down rail to one rail first. We're starting on the passenger with this installation. Once you get your second one in position, you can move on to fastening the other rail together. You'll tie in your other side rail. With two of your tie-downs started, you can go ahead and begin installing the remaining tie-downs. Just a reminder, you don't want to fully tighten any of your hardware until you get the roof rack up on the vehicle and bolt it down to the chassis before turning to tighten up your 1/4" hardware. So for this installation, we decided to do our accent rail at the front, and we're going to do one at the rear as well. Depending on your taste, you can move these around to fit your liking. Like I said, you have to make sure and put the accent rail below the tie-down rail, so you'll want to think of this before proceeding with installation. For the next steps, we'll just continue with our tie-down rail mounting. We'll move on to our front brow and then our light bar. So just like on the front of the roof rack, we're going to set our accent tie-down in position before doing our cross tie-downs that'll fasten the driver and passenger rail together. Here you can see our accent rails have multiple slots as they're used on different vehicles. For this installation, you'll just locate the slots based on the furthest extents. With those, the center two holes will line up just right and be ready for your tie down. With your tie down rail in place, you can use our 1/4" hardware, the same that we used to tie down the other mounts. For the next step, we're going to loosely fasten our rear mount brackets. You have to pay attention, as these brackets are driver and passenger. By simply laying it over the holes in the rear of your main rails, you can see that this is a passenger bracket. As the holes line up, we'll use our M8 button head and flange nylon lock nuts to loosely fasten it and leave it for tightening once everything's mounted on the vehicle. With our rear mounts loosely fastened to the roof rack, we'll move back up to the front where we'll mount our front mounts. These will be labeled D and P for your driver side or passenger side main rails. You'll slide your 1/4" fastener through the hole provided on the side of the main rail before sliding your front mount bracket over the bolt and capping it off with our flange nylon lock nut. For the next step of the assembly process, we're going to mount our front rail to our driver and passenger side rails. You want to make sure that the front rail is tucked underneath your main rail, as you can see here. We're going to use our 1/4" hardware, and since we'll be doing a light bar on this installation, we're only going to want to do our outside 3 bolts, as our light bracket will be mounted using the inner 2. Our KC light bar and light bar brackets. The first step is you'll place the bracket into position over the holes provided in the front brow. We'll slide our 1/4" hardware over the brow and through the holes before capping it off with our nylon lock nut. With the help of a friend, we're going to go ahead and mount our KC light bar to our light bar brackets we previously installed. We'll remove the nut that's threaded on to the bolt provided by KC, slide it into position, get everything tightened up. Before we install the roof rack on our vehicle, we're going to want to make sure that we have fasteners out of these 2 holes here. We're going to use our 13mm wrench or socket to loosen the bolt up and get it out of our way so the rack sits down flush, ready for installation. Before you can fasten the roof rack down to the vehicle, you'll have to remove the front and rear Torx bolts that hold the roof to the vehicle. Here we're going to use our T40 Torx bit to remove the OEM bolt before reinstalling it through our rear mount bracket. You'll want to just snug these up at first until we get all our mounting bolts tight before returning and tightening all your bolts fully. With our 2 rear mount bracket bolts started, we move on to our B-pillar bolts. You'll have to lift up on the main rail to line up your 2 bolt holes. You'll use our M8 flange head bolts provided in the hardware kit and snug them up using a 13mm socket. The same as the rear mount brackets, we aren't going to want to fully tighten this up until we get our front mounts started and snug down. The last fasteners we have to get this rack all tightened down to the vehicle are your front Torx bolts. You'll be using a T27 Torx bit, and there will be a rubber grommet that is left in the washer. This OEM grommet you'll want to have in position below the roof rack before capping it off with your OEM bolt. With all your mounting bolts started and tight, we can return to tighten up our rear mount brackets as well as our front mount brackets before tightening down our tie-down rails, moving on to wiring. For the next step of installation, we use our 1/8" rivets to fasten our logo plate to the side of the main rail. You'll slide your rivet through the nameplate and through the main rail. Before you fully compress the rivet, it's helpful to start the other one to make sure everything stays lined up. With your rivets fully installed, provides a nice clean finish. With all your fasteners tight and all your wiring done, you're ready to hit the trails and enjoy your new Thumper Fab Roof Rack. We got our KC light all wired up. I'll give you a little rundown of how we wired the harness that is provided by KC. The first thing, we ran our harness to this pulse bar plug that'll allow us to easily plug in to the Polaris provided accessory bar. With this plugged in, we'll be able to get key on power to power the relay for our KC light bar. We then ran the wires in through the firewall grommet, in through the dash, before routing the main power wires up through the roll cage for a nice clean installation. You can see here they come out the roll cage before going back up into our grommet and the hole we drilled into the roof. When you're installing this grommet, you want to go ahead and make sure and use some black silicone. It'll help for a nice watertight seal. On the top side, we just have this power wire plugging directly into the pigtail that's provided on the KC light bar. Coming back down into the center of the dash, you can see the switch layout here onto the light for the KC light bar. For our breakdown of the terminals, we have white, green, and then black. When we flip the switch, the KC light will come on, as well as the switch. Turn it off. And here you can see the hole we drilled out that'll leave us with a nice clean finish for the KC switch. With all your fasteners tight and all your wiring done, you're ready to hit the trails and enjoy your new Thumper Fab Roof Rack.